Okay, kartari. This is kartari, this is passive voice, so shap gets added. Now, look. Atva antasya govinda prati. See what makes it gets skipped. Why? Because dhato, I want you all to know every word. Dhato antasya. Dhato antasya. So dhato of the dhatu, धातु के अंतस्य
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी विचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपीशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। भगवत गीता की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
पठता पठन्ति पठसि पठता पठता.
Aisha, anything to summarize anything?
And you know,
Okay, so don't have any notes
Right.
and things like that. Give it to me twice. Hare Bol. Nana, can you speak up? I can't hear you.
No, I can't summarize. I don't remember much.
Okay, I don't have my notes. Only wait 1 second. It's downstairs. Okay.
So yeah, I'm still in because Abhijit is going a bit long as well. That's why. Sorry.
No problem. No problem, Prabhu. It's okay. I don't have access to my laptop. I think Vijay generally does a very good job. She listens to the class before the session also recording. Mm. This is for the eye. No. 1 minute, Anuma. Coming up. Okay, I'll just try to see what I have written down notes here and there. 1 minute, Amma's coming. 1 minute. 1 minute. 15 point, we read 15.16 and until 15.19 we did. In 16, Bhagwan talks about how there are two classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. And in the material world, how every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is infallible. Then this verse talks about sambandha, relationship, and you also talked about a reference in Laghu Bhagavatamritam where Krishna says, when Brahma is not available for that particular yuga, Krishna himself becomes Brahma. And so our relationship with Bhagwan, like Sambandha, was already established in 15.7 that says Mamai Vamshi Jiva Loke. And in 16, 17, 18, Krishna only talks about, Krishna further talks about the two types of entities, where he says there are fallible and infallible. And then now we saw the verse, Bhagwan is in the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, everyone is infallible. And how Bhagwan is Krishna's to Bhagwan Swayam. Krishna's to Swayam Bhagwan is like a Paribhashastu Sutra in Bhagavatam that we have. And then we also went to talk about the Guru Ashtakam, where we said Sakshat Hari in a verse where we actually praised the Guru because
Before last.
that was before class. Okay. Because you're very dear to Lord Hari, you're Sakshat Hari, as good as Bhagavan himself. And 11.20.31, I've written down this verse. Tasman mad bhakti yuktasya yogino yaivat le yogino vai mad atmanaha na jnanam na cha vairagyam praya shreyo bhavedyaha. So there's one more verse which talks about na jnanam na cha vairagyam, I think in the first canto, second chapter. This is a different version of the same verse. And how we went to talk about how renunciation, too much renunciation is not good. Because when you renunciate, when you, how will you appreciate bhakti rasa if you're fully renounced, right? And heart is the container for rasa. So you will need to understand, if you need to understand rasa, then you need to be attached to Bhagwan. You cannot be detached to everything. You have to have asakti, develop asakti, attachment to Bhagwan. Then we also talked about this verse that Madhusudan Saraswati said, about, and we wanted to make a note of that verse, Prabhu, but then I just wrote, we need a reference there. Then how, if for someone who does bhakti, mukti stands at the door. So this was also a beautiful verse. Mukti Swayam, Mukutanjali Sevate Asmat, how mukti stands at the door of someone who does bhakti. And there are multiple references in Madhurya Kadambari where, which we're reading right now, it says bhakti is independent, but jnana and other, jnana and karma cannot be independent of bhakti. And even today we were reading about how Desha, Kala, all these parameters play an important role when somebody is doing karma yoga or jnana yoga, but for bhakti, it is invalid. Anybody, even while you're having food in your mouth, you can chant Bhagwan's name and it's still pure because Bhagwan's name is very pure. Then Abhidaya verse 15. Okay, I think I'm going to jump. 15.19 is Abhidaya verse. Yomam evam asamudo Janati Purushottamam Sa Sarvavid Bhajati Mam Sarvabhavena Bharata. And this verse, it says what importance of doing Bhajati Mam, and also we talked about how initial faith is very important. If someone who does who reads all the scriptures but still does not worship Bhagwan or serve Bhagwan, then he's a complete fool. And also to get the essence of Vedas, initial faith is very important. I think there was a question by Lakshmi, and we looked at the verse 4.40, which talks about what happens when someone does not have faith in the process. And also we talked about the superiority of this verse, because we talked about bhajati in Sanskrit versus bhajate, parapada dhatu and atmapada dhatu. Where bhajati here talks about a person who does service for Bhagwan's pleasure, and bhajate in yoginam api sarvesham, that verse talks about a person who's doing service for self-purification. So obviously this person who's doing bhajati is more favorable to Bhagwan than one who's doing bhajati. That's where we stop, Prabhu. I'm sure Vijay would have done a much, much better wonderful job. Thank you.
Here
So we still talk. Class. This is the longest class has ever given. And so yeah, please have the 2 minutes. So sorry, so sorry.
these are speaking about Krishna's pastime in the present.
I want the link open up. Once it's done, I'll just click on start. Okay.
It's
No problem, Prabhu. Thank you.
Aisha, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Perfect. Live stream. Chal raha, chal
Sorry,
raha.
Prabhu. Yeah.
I'm
Hello.
sorry, he just
Hare
finished
Krishna.
this. Prabhuji also mentioned these are in history of our Sanskrit class. This is the longest class.
Jai,
They
Jai,
broken the
Hari Bol.
record. So he's saying, so yeah, today he was, I know, he was in different energy. So yeah, he spoke quite a bit.
Is it
Okay.
once a week for 1 hour, Prabhu, or half an
Yeah,
hour?
actually once a week, 1 hour. Today
Okay.
just, yeah, I don't know what happened today. Oh, he
Jai,
went all the way. It's very nice, but yeah, no doubt.
Jai, Hari Bol.
Okay. Thank you, Sharmamati. Thank you for joining. Long time. Hopefully, it was good. Nice. Oh, Prabhuji is okay.
Welcome back, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Okay. Aida, thank you so much for reading Mangacharan. We are last verse, right? No, last two verses.
Last two, I think, Prabhu. Yeah.
Last two. Okay. Let's. Who let me chant the last two verses? No, the last verse, second last verse. Let's today we'll.
I'll read, Prabhu.
Thank you. Viji don't join today, Viji? Do you know? She did not. Usually she says.
Yeah,
Should I join?
generally, yeah, Prabhu, even I was surprised they're leaving to India early morning tomorrow, and this, basically,
Oh,
that's the reason. Yeah.
interesting. I didn't know that. Okay.
Jai. Yeah. Yeah.
It is a very packed 1 month they are going to have, Prabhu. Extremely packed. Can you hear me?
Yes, wait, please go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying they're going to have an extremely packed 1 month.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they'll go to Puri, Mayapur, GV.
Puri and Mayapur also? Wow.
Puri and GV. Puri and
Puri and
GV.
GV.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Raghavan's parents are going to Mayapur?
Yeah, they're
Oh.
doing a trip with the family.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Alone?
okay.
They both alone?
They're doing a trip with the family. Not with Raghavan and all, it seems, but with other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Amazing.
they're going to multiple places like Narsimhapur,
Narsimhapur?
Remuna.
Oh, you mean Narsimhapalli?
I think Narsimpalli, yeah.
Then my name Mayapur. Okay.
Yeah, and then Remuna. You know the place
Remuna,
where,
Kirchhoff Gopinath. Sorry?
yeah. You know where they washed, Narsim Bhagwan is supposed to have washed his hands after killing Hiranyakashipu.
Yeah, that's in Narsimhapalli.
Narsimpalli, yeah, Narsimpalli.
Yes.
They're going to all in and around places, Mayapur.
Wow, amazing. When they come back, we should hear from them what they experience, everything.
Yeah.
We'll ask Vijay just to hear from them. Wow, super amazing. Mayapur, Jagannath Puri.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Wonderful. Jai, wonderful. Yeah, let me
Viji is
start.
going only to Jagannath Puri and GV, it seems.
Yeah, I think only the parents. So the parents will come back separately.
Yeah. They went separately. So maybe they'll
Oh,
come
they
back
went separately.
separately.
All the
Yeah.
parents already went. Acha.
They left earlier. Yeah.
Ah,
1 week ago.
oh, I see. Okay. Yes.
Okay, 19th verse, Prabhu. Right?
Yes, 19 verse. Yes.
यो मामेवमसम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत. Synonyms. Yeah, anyone who, mam, me, evam, thus, asammudha, without a doubt, janati, knows, purusha uttamam, the supreme personality of Godhead, sa, he, sarvavit, the knower of everything, bhajati, renders devotional service, mam, unto me, sarva bhavena, in all respects, bharata, O son of Bharata. Translation: whoever knows me as the supreme personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. Purport. There are many philosophical speculations about the constitutional position of the living entities and the supreme absolute truth. Now, in this verse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead clearly explains that anyone who knows Lord Krishna to be the Supreme Person is actually the knower of everything. The imperfect knower goes on simply speculating about the absolute truth, but the perfect knower, without wasting his valuable time, engages directly in Krishna consciousness, the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. Throughout the whole of Bhagavad Gita, this fact is being stressed at every step. And still, there are so many stubborn commentators on Bhagavad Gita who consider the Supreme Absolute Truth and the living entities to be one and the same. Vedic knowledge is called Shruti, learning by oral reception. One should actually receive the Vedic message from authorities like Krishna and his representatives. Here, Krishna distinguishes everything very nicely, and one should hear from this source. Simply to hear like the hogs is not sufficient. One must be able to understand from the authorities. It is not that one should simply speculate academically. One should submissively hear from Bhagavad Gita that these living entities are always subordinate to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyone who is able to understand this according to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, knows the purpose of the Vedas. No one else knows the purpose of the Vedas. The word bhajati is very significant. In many places, the word bhajati is expressed in relationship with the service of the Supreme Lord. If a person is engaged in full Krishna consciousness in the devotional service of the Lord, it is to be understood that he has understood all the Vedic knowledge. In the Vaishnava Parampara, it is said that if one is engaged in the devotional service of Krishna, then there is no need for any other spiritual process of understanding the supreme absolute truth. He has already come to the point because he is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. He has ended all preliminary processes of understanding. But if anyone, after speculating for hundreds of thousands of lives, does not come to the point that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and that one has to surrender there, all his speculation for so many years and lives is a useless waste of time. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Next, thanks so much. I think we did last time. This was.
Yeah, Anita is saying, yeah, we did this last week.
Yeah, no problem. We can just briefly we can talk, and then we can go to the last verse chapter, right? So, anything, any points, anything you can think of or share?
I remember how Bhajati versus Bhajati, you starkly brought out the difference, Prabhu.
Bhajati.
Yeah, how Bhajati is Parapada Dhatu and no, Bhajati is Parapada Dhatu and then the other one is Atma Pada Dhatu and one is superior.
Listen, Babu. Bhaj is a dhatu. Bhajati is a form.
Form.
Parapada
Okay,
form.
okay.
The word. So yeah, yes, right. So here Bhajati is for Bhagwan's pleasure.
Bhagwan's pleasure.
Bhajati is. Perfect, very nice. Thank you. Yeah. Anything else? Sure. Okay, so this verse talks about the abhidaya, the process. So remember the previous three verses, Krishna talked about the sambandha, the relationship between who is basically who is and between the jivatma. This talks about the result of knowing that. After knowing the sambandha, what should one do? Basically, right? So yuvam evam asammudho. One who knows this, one is not bewildered by all the arguments of philosophers. Oh, aisa nahi, aisa jupe, everything, right? Those who know perfectly that we are not bewildered, and who knows janati, janati means present, knows purushottamam. Krishna is saying, who knows his person, who is the person Krishna sees himself. Purushottamam, who knows me, Krishna says, asam mudho, without any bewilderment, knowing perfectly who Krishna is, who I am, and relationship between them. Such person is called Sarvavit. The person has understood everything. This knowing who Krishna is, knowing who I am, relationship, person has known and understood everything. Sarvavit. Right? And by knowing that, what does the person do? What does the person do? Bhajati. Bhajati means, what does bhajatu mean? The root bhaj. Bhajati comes from the root bhaj. What does bhajati mean? Or bhaj mean?
Service.
Service. Bhaja sevayam. 6th chapter, 47th verse, the first line of the purport. You can find that, right? Bhaja sevayam. What is service unto me? How? sarva bhavena, with all respects, all affection. So hopefully this makes sense. Sambandha who knows sambandha, right? So this knowledge of knowing who Krishna is, who know I am, and doing and performing and knowing this relationship, and knowing this relationship is, and also doing service because of the knowledge. That is the fruit of the Vedas. That is the essence. Krishna basically condensed everything. Right? Krishna told, but Vedantakrit Veda Veda Vichaham. So all this Krishna has, Vedas, he has condensed literally into these 3-4 verses. That I told who I am, I told who you are, the relationship, I already told, 15.7, Mame Vamsho. Knowing this, Vashuvandu Bhajati Mam Vistara Bhava. That is the fruit of the Vedas, basically. And he knows this, that person is Sarvavit, full of knowledge, fully knowledgeable, basically. Does it make sense? This is the essence of the verse. Okay, we already did this, that's why I just doing summary. Anything else? Any questions, anything on this? One point is for ourselves. Are we convinced, or do we know, at least theoretically, that who is Krishna, who am I, and the relationship between both of us? Knowing that, if you say, okay, I understand, knowing that, are we doing bhajan? Are we doing service to Bhagwan? Second question. Third, okay, I'm doing service. It is sarva bhavena, with sarva bhav, with all affection, with all respects, with all mood. Am I doing that? Third question. See, we can do service, but without bhava or without that mood of trying to please Bhagwan, service is good, but not good enough. Sadhanaoge anasange. Bhakti Shri Goswami says in Bhakti Sar Sindhu, even if one performs bhajan, the service for millions of lifetimes, not billions of times, millions of lifetimes, but anasanger, but without sangha, without with attachment, without that affection, mm-mm, कुछ नहीं होगा but very difficult. So it should be imbued with affection. Krishna, I want to do it for you. I think I mentioned last time or before that, I remember. So three things. Are we convinced of who Krishna is, who we are? Second, knowing this, are we actually performing bhajan, bhakti? Third, are we doing with affection? Sarva bhavena bharata. So bhavena is an adjective to bhakti. Okay? Or adverb. Because it's not adjective, adverb. Bhajati is a verb. So bhavena is an adverb. Right? Qualifying the verb. Does it make sense? Any questions on this? These three questions. Please ask these three questions to yourself, add the answer, and work on that. Okay? Please don't do it
Yes, Prabhu.
mechanically. Yeah, don't do it mechanically. मैकेनिक भगवान से यार अच्छा मैं कहूँगा तो मशीन को लगा दो तुम बाकी मशीन कर देगा तुम क्यों कर रहे हो मैं किस तरह से लगे mechanically. Kisha likes personal touch. So when you make laddus, we want nice round, perfect round laddus. Good. But in reality, when you make with hand, you can't make perfectly round laddus. होगा. And Krishna was that. but तुमने मेहनत किया खुद किया तुमने. You did with the effort you did. And that's what I like. Be personal. Make it personal. Krishna is a personal property. Krishna is everyone's personal property. Property in the sense, Krishna is yours personally. That's what I mean. Not property मतलब पैसा नहीं बेचने का. I mean, pure devotees can actually sell Bhagavan also. That's a different thing. But if you remember the pastime of Satyabhama Muni, right? That was so fun. So Krishna says, I'm property of my devotee. He can sell in the Chaitanya Charitamrita also, Mahaprabhu says, he can sell what to whomever he wants. I'm ready. So what I'm saying is, Krishna is personal with everyone. So make it personal. Hmm? Give it your flavor. According to Shastra, give it your flavor. The relationship. Okay. Okay. We can go to the next verse. I think we talked about this verse last time also. That's why cutting it short. The last verse of the 15th chapter. Okay. And this is the prayojan result. Okay. Who would like to read?
Sorry, Pablo, I got late. I can
No,
read.
no, Prabhu. I didn't know. You're leaving tomorrow for India?
Yes, Prabhu, I'm leaving tomorrow,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
I didn't know. So thank you for joining. So, yeah.
I wanted to, but I had notes, but somehow I at that moment I got something else going
No,
on.
no problem.
Okay, chapter 15. I really wanted to join because it is the last verse for this chapter.
Yeah.
Iti guhyatamam shastram idam muktam maya nagam etad buddhva buddhiman syat krita krityascha bharata. Iti thus, Guhyatamam, the most confidential, Shastram, revealed scripture, Idam this, Uktam disclosed, Maya, by me, Anaga, O sinless one, Etat this, Buddhva, understanding, Buddhiman, intelligent, Syat, one becomes, Krita, Kritya, the most perfect in his endeavors, Cha and Bharata. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scripture. O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection. Purport. The Lord clearly explains here that this is the substance of all revealed scriptures, and one should understand this as it is given by the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Thus, one will become intelligent and perfect in transcendental knowledge. In other words, by understanding this philosophy of Supreme Personality of the Godhead and engaging in his transcendental service, anyone can become freed from all contaminations of the modes of the material nature. Devotional service is the process of spiritual understanding. Wherever devotional service exists, the material contamination cannot coexist. Devotional service to the Lord and the Lord Himself are on one and the same because they are spiritual. Devotional service takes place within the internal energy of the Supreme Lord. The Lord is said to be the sun, and the ignorance is the darkness. Is called darkness. Where the sun is present, there is no question of darkness. Therefore, whenever devotional service is present, under the proper guidance of the bona fide spiritual master, there is no question of ignorance. Everyone must take to his this consciousness of Krishna and engage in devotional service to become intelligent and purified. Unless one comes to this position of understanding Krishna and engages in devotional service, however intelligent he may be in the estimation of some common man, he is not perfectly intelligent. The word anaga, by which Arjuna is addressed, is significant. Anaga, O sinless one, means that unless one is free from all sinful reactions, it is very difficult to understand Krishna. One has to become free from all contaminations, all sinful activities, then he can understand. But devotional service is so pure and potent that once one is engaged in the devotional service, he automatically comes to a stage of sinlessness. While one is performing the devotional service in the association of the pure devotees in full Krishna consciousness, there are certain things which require to be vanished altogether. The most important thing one has to surmount is weakness of heart. The first fall down is caused by the desire to lord it over the material nature. Thus, one gives up the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord. Second, weakness of the heart is that as one increases the propensity to lord it over the nature, he becomes attached to the matter and the possession of the matter. The problems of the material existence are due to these weaknesses of heart. In this chapter, the first five verses describe the process of freeing oneself from the weakness of the heart, and the rest of the chapter, from 6th verse to end, discusses the Purushottama Yoga. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of 15th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of Purushottama Yoga, the yoga of the Supreme Person. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna, thank you so much. Jai. Wonderful. Anything you need to share?
So this is Asat Krishna and Gad Vibhrama, those Sanskrit
Not
terms,
exactly.
how one
Very,
creates
very similar.
aparadha.
Yes. But not good entire detail, you could say. Yes.
Hridaya Daurbalyam.
Yes.
Hriday Daurbalyam.
Because of heart it means Hridaya. Yes, you're right. I think the same thing. So Chavi Thakur will talk about this in Madhurya Kadambini, which
Yeah,
you're reading, right?
okay.
Yeah. But Prabhupada has mentioned there are four types of Hridaya. Madhurya Kadambini when he mentions. But not mention everything. It's given the basic meaning here. But yeah, Chavi Thakur will go in depth. But yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Jay, anyone else like to say anything, share anything?
Prabhu, I had a question, Prabhu.
Yes.
When in the purport, when Prabhupada talks about the two weaknesses of the heart, when we have the first weakness of lording it over the material nature, and that's the reason why we are in the material nature, right? And lording it, like increasing the propensity, like how will we not increase the propensity, Prabhu? Because only because we want to lord it, we are here. How will we not increase the propensity? That's where the devotional service that comes in, Prabhu, realizing that we should not laud it.
No, so this lording or material is Hidabhulim, right? Prabhupada mentioning is that this degree or various degree. If any activity you do, the various degrees, it's not just black and white, right? It's gray area, right? So there's degrees of some people want to do it. Karna hai, karna hai. Some people go like, karna hai, I won't do it. So both may have the same desire, but the intensity will be different. If someone wants to be very nice food, for example, or live very lavishly. Okay, that person will do something. Maybe काम हो गया फिर maybe some steal something कर सकते हैं possible. But those who are extremely about to it, possible device plan may rob a bank also. I don't know, right? So does it make sense? So the same activity,
Yes,
same
yes.
desire is
Now I
there.
understand, Prabhu.
The
Yeah,
degree,
yes.
yeah, degrees will be different, right? So
Thank you,
both.
Prabhu.
Okay. Anything else?
So, what is weakness of heart?
It's called Hidden Building. So this is more detailed. So in the morning reading, I'm a part of the group. And,
Okay.
so in morning, every morning, Monday to Friday, we read 50-minute reading. We do 50-minute reading, 7:30 a.m. PST, PDT. So
15, 1 5.
yeah, 7:15, 7:30, 7:30 to 7:45. Sorry, 7:30 to 7:45, 15 minute, 50
Oh.
minutes reading. So in that, we're currently reading one book. It's called Madhuri Kadambini. Okay,
Hmm.
that book basically describes or details all the various stages of bhakti.
Hmm.
Let's say what is stage of bhakti? We have Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Anatanivriti, right? All Bhavajani Kriya. So all different stages of bhakti, right? So one may think, okay, but which stage am I in right now? Mama ask a question, right? Okay, these are stages, but where am I in this stage?
Hmm.
So the author, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur,
Hmm.
he takes that particular verse. That one verse appears in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. One verse. He takes that one verse and makes it and describes, elaborates in one book. And to what does it mean by anatharivritti? Or basic anatharivritti basically means trying to clean all the anarthas.
Hmm.
He gives description. Okay, इसमें ये type है. This type में ये. So he gives the symptoms of the various stages one can be in anatharivritti. So we can identify. अच्छा, I have this. I'm in this stage. So all these descriptions are given in that particular book. In that comes his development. Weakness of heart. Let's say we're going to do something. Okay, no, okay. I want to get up early in the morning from tomorrow.
Hmm.
But we may do one day next we'll get it. But after that we may no, maybe I'll sleep a little bit. And maybe a little bit. It's fine. For me, 10 minutes. Okay, I'll sleep extra and then I'll get up. And you
Hmm.
sleep and you get up 2 hours late.
Hmm.
So that you can do something, but because that intensity, that nishtha is not strong enough, the heart can do something, mind can play some tricks. They will
Hmm.
do something, but you're not will do it. Hidden daurbalium, because of the heart. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So that is going, and it has multiple types. It's very general. Hidden double name is very general, but there are different specific types of hidden double name.
Hmm.
Right? So all is mentioned there. So here, Papa mentions here weakness of heart is that the heart, the desire or weakness to enjoy the material world.
Weakness to enjoy the material world. Okay.
So basically, Papa says, what is the use of this world? If someone asks a question, Papa, what is the world for then? Papa says, the world is for enjoyment. So like, oh, really? Krishna's enjoyment. He later qualified that. So basically, using whatever we have in the world for Krishna's pleasure.
Hmm.
It doesn't mean that we were, that means हम कुछ कर मतलब we had bodily necessities. That is all valid. Krishna understands that also. But to understand that what Krishna has given to maintain the body enough so that we can serve Krishna.
Hmm.
But we go the other way. Krishna को थोड़ा देंगे हम आगे enjoy कर लेंगे. Is the other way.
Hmm.
Instead of taking, so they say limb of bhakti is called just accepting what is very very required, not too much. This is what is required. Develop only more bhakti, right? And giving and using everything else to serve Bhagavan. Not the other way. So when not able to do, when we desire, when we have taken some vow, on ourselves, ऐसे करूँगा, but not able to do it, that's weakness of the heart. We're not able, that strong, the will is not there. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes.
No doubt. So bhakti says, oh, bhakti करना है. Sometimes you're not able to do it. Something will go, oh no, आज ना ऐसा हुआ तो नहीं किया. Okay, all excuses which comes out because of the heart. So if you're convinced what we're doing, why we're doing, all the what, how, why questions, every questions, then the because the heart can be overcome. Okay. Anything else? Nice. Okay. So just iti. Iti means जो अभी बोला, जो कुछ बोला, iti. Thus, guhyatamam shastram, the most confidential knowledge. Guhyatara, guhyatamam. The shastra we talked about, the shastra is guhyatamam. Idam uktam. What I just spoke, maya, by me, anagha, was the last one. That which is spoken by me is guhyatamam, is the most secret. Okay? Etad buddha buddhiman syat. One who understands this is buddhiman, most intelligent. By understanding this, a person becomes very intelligent. Okay? Full knowledge of scriptures. And krita krityascha bharata. Krita kritya means most perfect. The person's endeavor, whatever the person do, krita means karya means karna. Krita kritya means perfect. So whatever the person endeavors becomes perfect. Basically, the person's bhakti will be perfected. What will the person do? Previous verse, bhayati mam. Understanding person will bhajan. And when the person does bhajan, in this way, Krishna has mentioned, krita krityas. The activity of bhakti become perfect. Right? The 15th chapter, Krishna has mentioned who is different from the condition. There is someone who is different from the conditioned souls and liberated souls. And that person supports both and is superior to both. And that person is Purushottam. That is the essence of the entire chapter. That there is a person who is different from the conditioned and the liberated souls and supports both. And that person is Purushottam, Supreme Lord. Right? So that's mentioned in this particular verse. So now in this Srila Ballava Devotion says, "O Arjuna, do not speak this knowledge, reveal this knowledge to the unqualified, who are not pure like you." The Krishna is not Paksha, they only give this one, not anyone else. No, Krishna is doing that for their own benefit. Because if they do and they do any offense, is going to have, they'll have problems, right? So that's why in the last, very last, one of the very last verses of Bhagavad Gita, right, Krishna says, do not reveal this knowledge to the envious. Because envious, they'll do some offense and they'll have blockage in their own bhakti. Please don't do that. That's why one of the namaparadhis, you know which namaparadh, the office of holy name talking about? In this
Yeah,
regard?
Prabhu. To instruct the holy name to what's the word, Prabhu?
Instead, the glories of the holy name.
Instruct the glories of the holy name to
The faithless or
Faithless
something.
person.
faithless. Haribol.
Yes, exactly. Wonderful, thank you. Why is that? It's only basically you can approach person once,
What
twice.
is Namaprad, Prabhu?
Now aparad means
Wrong.
offenses. Okay?
Hmm.
Now means offenses while chanting holy name or offenses to the holy
Holy.
name.
Okay.
Aparad also means a very, very aesthetic, very wonderful meaning. Radha means aradhana or Radha means Radha. Okay?
Hmm.
Apa means Apa is a upasarga, right?
Yes.
Apa means what?
Uh,
Away.
Opposite.
Away means away.
opposite.
No. Apa is a prefix in
It's
Sanskrit.
not the same as Upa.
No. Upa nahi. Apa.
Okay.
Okay? Apa is a prefix. Apa means
Hmm.
away, far away,
Avi.
jana.
Okay.
Okay? So
Okay.
Radh means aradhana, can also means Radha, aparadha. So this would be very actually meaning. That which takes us away from Radha is aparadha.
Oh. Okay.
By doing offenses, we are going away from Sri Radha, away from bhakti. So basically means now aparadha means the offenses towards Bhagavan's name. So when we chant, so if you see the 10 offenses holy name, the 10 offenses, this is Padma Puran. The 10 namaparadhas, most of them are not during chanting. Most of them are required to be done while not doing chanting. So let me share. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. But once I will share original Sanskrit, it's a bit different than the one English one. But okay, I'll share one time. Okay, can you see?
No.
Can you see now? Okay,
Screen.
can't see yet.
Yes.
Okay, so you said 10 offenses. Okay,
Hmm.
for the Buddha. But this is this is mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas. Okay, so okay. First, it blaspheme the devotees who dedicated their lives to public holy name of the Lord. It's called sadhu ninda.
Hmm.
We don't do this while chanting or chanting, right? But this blasphemy is sometime before, after or before chanting, not while chanting. We blaspheme devotees or sadhu. This is the most heinous offense of all.
Hmm.
Why? The Nam is living name. Bhagwan's Nam is living name.
Hmm.
Now you think, acha. So that person who brought me to you, who's carrying me in this world, you are offending that particular person. Acha, perfect. So why should I give you my mercy?
Okay.
Blasphemy devotees. To consider devatas. So here, this is in Sanskrit, this is a nice reconciliation, but sometime later. But to considering Lord Shiva or Brahma to same or different than Bhagwan. They
Hmm.
are same and yet different. But the same level, हाँ सब कुछ सब same है. They can offer holy name.
Hmm.
Again, normal chanting. Disable. This is Guru Avajna. To disable the order of spiritual master. Chanting
Hmm.
in time नहीं होता है. to
But
blaspheme Vedic
chanting,
scriptures.
even after chanting, I don't think people will do that, no?
Oh, they do. People don't all everyone obeys this what is ritual master, especially if someone's given something specifically. They may not able to do whatever it is, right?
Okay, okay,
There are many people who don't do. I know many people.
okay.
Right? Then Shastra, blaspheme Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance Vedic version. तो शास्त्र जो है फॉर एग्जाम्पल शास्त्र बिकॉज व्हाई चैंट बट ये जो ये पढ़ा ये शास्त्र पढ़ा है आई डोंट वो मुझे पसंद आज मुझे लगता नहीं बराबर है वो शास्त्र बट आई डोंट थिंक इज करेक्ट माय अंडरस्टैंडिंग डजंट मेक एनी सेंस फॉर मी शास्त्र इज शास्त्र राइट if you
Hmm.
blaspheme shastra if you don't have faith in shastra which is the basis naam comes from shastra how do you know to chant this mantra from shastra
Hmm.
the same shastra you're blaspheming does that make sense so
Hmm.
this right? So many of these are not while chanting.
Yeah.
Before, after chanting, this determines. So whatever we do 22 hours, let's say you're chanting for 2 hours. So that 22 hours of not chanting during that time determines the 2 hours of chanting.
Okay.
So we are preparing 24 hours, 22 hours for the 2 hours of chanting
Hmm.
of consciousness. Does it make sense? So cool, simple
Yes.
activities. So some people do, oh, hey, गंदा किया कोई बात नहीं. I'll chant 10 rounds, चला जाएगा. To commit sinful acts or the strength of Bhagwan's name. Bhaiya.
Here it is written, Prabhu, engage in devotional service automatically cleanses the stage of sinless.
Which one? Where?
In today's final verse,
Huh?
engaging in devotional service, he automatically comes to the
Huh?
stage of sinlessness.
Huh? But to commit sinful activities and using Bhagwan's name as a remedy,
Yeah.
that is different.
Yeah. Mm.
Make sense? तो इसको
Mm.
नामनो बलाद इसके पापा बुद्धि नामनो बलाद नाम के बल पर बुद्धि करने की जो प्रवृत्ति है वो
Mm.
that is संस्कृत नामनो बलाद अस्य पाप बुद्धि So to consider chanting was auspicious. हाँ, some people chant हरे हाँ हमने किया very ritualistic activities just like other हम पूजा पाठ करते हैं हम chanting भी करते हैं. Just to consider chanting as one of the other कर्मकांडी activities.
Mm.
So if you, this book on Hari Bhakti Vilas is like a Smriti Shastra for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas.
Mm.
It talks about different sections, different things, many things in the book. And there's a separate section about Bhagwan's Naam, the glories of Bhagwan's Naam. Everything is in the particular book, Hari Bhakti
Mm.
Vilas. It is Smriti Shastras for the others, Smriti Shastra for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So I'm saying in that this is one of the holy name. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. जिसको अगर श्रद्धा नहीं है, we can tell once, twice, once and stop it. If we keep saying, then we are doing this Nama Parad.
Okay.
Better to engage them in something else,
Right.
whereby their would say sukriti, bhakti sukriti increases. Maybe this life or next life, and then
Mm.
they will have the faith of Bhagwan's name.
Mm.
But do not do anything so that they can cause offense to Bhagwan's name, and it's starting में रुक गया वो मत करो.
Mm.
That makes sense?
Yes.
And the last one, not a complete faith, chanting of the holy name, and to maintain material attachments in the understanding so many sequences matter. पता है राम के फिर भी so much attachment बढ़ रहा है. Slowly, we should try to contain attachment. We should do things, but not too attached. And that is the effect of chanting properly is this. The 10th one. We don't have to endeavor extremously. This will come as a result of proper chanting.
Mm.
So if you're not getting this point, that means you're not chanting properly.
Okay.
And inattentive. Pramad. Pramad. Chane Hare Krishna.
This I think yeah this I
सबको don't worry. But Bhagavan is not जैसे Robert नहीं zero बोलते binary. Okay, possess try. Okay, ठीक है try कर रहा है. We should try. And for trying with the many different ways devotees do. One is, let's say if you are tired, you can do pranayam before to control. So there are six, you could say, wealth of japa. Okay, six wealth of japa. Mana samharanam shaucham, maunam mantrata chintanam, avvigrattam anirvedam, japa sampatti hetava. Six wealth of japa. Okay, first one is mana samharanam, controlling the mind. Bring the mind in one place. By how? Sanatana says we can do, let's say if you want, just do yoga. If you want, just pranayam karo. If you want, if that helps, do it. But mana samharanam, trying to bring it. Okay, if it goes somewhere, bring it back. Shaucham, cleanliness. External also, if possible, internal cleanliness. Okay? Maunam, not to speak while chanting. अरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हाँ प्रभु जी वो जो वैसा करो हाँ तू ये रहा हाँ हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण राम नहीं प्रभु वैसे नहीं होता हाँ हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण नो मौनम मौनम ओके मंत्र अर्थ चिंतनम trying to meditate on the meaning of the mantra. Prabhupada has given them many different meanings of Hare Krishna mantra. Srila Bhakti Thakur, Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Gopal Guru Goswami. Many acharyas have given meanings. But the basic meaning Prabhupada has given, at least for basic, initial and at first, is called O Hare, energy of Krishna, Radha, or Sri Krishna. Please kindly engage me in your service. That is basic meaning. As we progress, there are other meanings which you can meditate on. But maunam, mantra, artha chintanam. Avyagratvam. Avyagratvam basically means not too hasty, not too fast. Kish kish ram, kish kish ram. It should be clear. भगवान बोलेगा भाई कहना क्या चाहते हो भाई क्या कर रहे हो भाई तो अव्यग्रत्वम no hastiness, not too slow, not too fast, not too slow that you don't sleep, not too fast that you can understand what you're speaking. Whatever that can be different for different individuals. Avyagratvam, not too hasty. Anirvedam, patience. ऐसे नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं 2 हफ्ते से कर रहा हूँ कुछ रिजल्ट नहीं मिल रहा है ये क्या है ऐसा ना होता है पेशेंस अभिग्रत्वम अनिर्वेदम जप संपत्ति हेतवा and these are recommendations. Why do I say recommendations? Can I tell why are all these recommendations and not injunctions? You understand difference?
Yeah, why is it? It's just like it's more
Recommendation
like
and not an injunction. ये कैसे ही करना है
yeah.
क्यों ऐसा है क्यों ऐसा नहीं है Who can tell?
Prabhu, it's the difference between a mantra versus pranam, something
This
like
mantra
that.
here means
Yeah.
यहाँ पे this mantra also applies for that also. Gayatri mantra, but I'm saying हरे नाम के लिए चलो.
Okay.
Why are these recommendations not injunctions?
Not injunctions means you mean not a force.
Not a force. Yes. नाम अकारि बहुधा निज सर्व शक्तिस तत्रार्पिता
Niyame.
शिशाष्टकम नियत
तत्रार्पिता नियमिता स्मरणेन काला.
मतलब क्या है?
Yeah, if you put injunctions on it, it would negate the freedom that you can chant the holy name anywhere and everywhere, no time,
Yes.
at any time.
Yes, exactly. Bhagwan's naam, chanting Bhagwan's naam has no rules, no hard and fast rules for chanting. If you say ऐसे ही chant करना है, then you're putting rules and restrictions on Bhagwan's naam, and that is exactly what Mahaprabhu said is not there. So these are recommendations which can improve one's japa. Does that make sense? Not injunction because tatrarpita niyamita smaranena na kalaha. No time, no place, no circumstance. ये बोलते ना ऐसे ही करना है, इस पे ये टाइम पे करना है, कुछ नहीं भगवान, आप कैन चैंट एनीवेयर, एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, बाय एनीवन, एट एनी टाइम, एनी प्लेस, एनीथिंग. देश काल पात्र न देखा देखा. Okay, makes sense? That's right. So this, so when you chant,
Makes sense.
we can do this and avoid 10 offenses. Maybe not while chanting, during the day. Okay. So more we do offenseless chanting. So it's Nam Aparad, Namabhas, and Shuddha Nam. Now Aparad means we're chanting with offense. And you know what is the result of chanting with offenses? One will get material benefit. If you say chanting and we're getting material benefit, ये मिल रहा है, पैसे मिल रहा है, ऐसा आ रहा है, तो अरे हाँ भक्ति कर रहा है तो भगवान दे रहे हैं. नो, भक्ति बराबर नहीं कर रहे इसे भगवान दे रहे हैं.
Oh.
भुक्ति, मुक्ति, स्पृहा, भगवान से द रिजल्ट ऑफ ऑफेंसिव चैंटिंग, क्या ना भगवान करके बेस्ट रिजल्ट, प्रेमा भगवान की प्रेमा, मुक्ति भी नहीं मिलेगा, भुक्ति. और सी भगवान नाम इज पोटेंट, कैन गिव एनीथिंग. इफ यू ऑफेंसफुली पे चैंटिंग, ओके ओके, मुक्ति एंड प्रेमा तो नहीं मिलेगा, बट आई एम ऑल गिविंग, आई कैन यू टेक भुक्ति, लो एंजॉयमेंट, टेक इट. So if you're thinking about getting more enjoyment after chanting, that we will not be chanting properly.
Okay.
Namabhas. We are not chanting with offense. Now we're chanting with pure nam, with full purity. Maximum we get liberation. But Shuddha Nam, prema.
Okay.
Okay. So we chant as much as possible to not chant with offenses. And without offenses, even one name Bhagwan can give, potentially can, is eligible, is powerful to give love of Bhagwan. One name, just by one name without offense is possible. If Nam Prabhu is like, okay, I want to give, can give. Make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Any questions, anything on this?
Well, where's the verse that says if you chant offensively, then Bhagwan gives bhukti and
Harinam Chintamani.
bhakti? Harinam Chintamani. Okay.
Bhakti Thakur is there. Not this. Bhakti. Okay, so for chapter 15, Krishna has mentioned, first few verses, Krishna mentioned the Urdhumula Shakam, the material world, and cut with detachment. And Purpose mentioned the last, right? Okay, the last. First, I was to talk about the purpose of freeing oneself from weakness of heart. Understanding the structure of material world. It's a reflection. That means yes, real something else, somewhere. And by understanding or seeing the reflection, one should remember the original. Okay, something happening. So all the activities of this world reflects the activities Krishna is doing in the spiritual world. Okay, because it's happening in the spiritual world. There's a reflection here. The perverted reflection. Okay, that to Krishna told this material world and cut this tree with what? With
Intelligence.
with weapon of
Discriminative. No,
with
no.
weapon of
Discrimination.
detachment.
Detachment. Okay, Prabhu.
Weapon of detachment. Cut this strongly rooted tree. Right? Starting was right. Cut the strongly rooted tree, and then Krishna then from that starts discussing Purushottam Yoga. Who is Shara, Akshara, Mami Mamsho. Krishna talks about who are Jivas, Mami Mamsho Jiviloke, how all the Jivas get different bodies, like the smell, aroma, the air guy's aroma, all these things Krishna talked about. And the last few verses, we talk about the essence of Vedas. 15.15, Krishna, Vedas Sarva Ame Vedyo, Vedantakrit Veda Videva Chaham. Right? And Krishna told summary of that in 16, 17, 18, Sambandha, 19 Abhideya, the process, understanding Sambandha, what should one do, and by doing so, what will happen? Krita Krityascha Bharata, I'll achieve perfection. This Purushottam. And there are two classes of living entities, and there's one person who is beyond these two and supports these two, that is Sri Purushottama. The 15th chapter, Purushottam Yoga. Any questions? This is a very short class for today. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, this is very nice. I think you touched upon a lot of important topics. Very nice class, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Vijay. Okay, so next time, chapter 16 chapter. These are all very small verses also, not big chapters. 24 verses in 16 and 28 in 17. Okay, not big chapter, but bigger than 15 chapter, but not so big. So next is the divine and demoniac natures. These are the qualities to look for oneself, not others. अरे देख असुर जा रहा है नहीं असुर जा रहा है देव जा रहा है for us. What are the qualities in us? Which qualities are present in us? Right? To give you this indication. Okay, divine and the demoniac natures. Okay. Thank you so much. We'll stop here. There are no further questions. If there are, then please speak so. Say once, twice, thrice. Remember, I know if how your morning is, but if you want to join the morning reading 15 minutes, please say we can add to the group and we read every 15 minutes, 7:30 to 7:45.
What are you reading, Prabhu?
So we read Prabhupada's quote of the day. It's a quote on chanting. Then 10 offensive holy name every day.
Okay.
Then we read a book called Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Bhagavat. Say again, yeah, maybe we should next we can talk. This verse, right? Prabhupada talks about is very difficult to get all many this Krishna says, aisa karo, aisa karo. But one person who made everything easier, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It may be easy. If you take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then spreading most of Krishna becomes easy. Into directly going. So these are the passions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There's two books, main books. Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Bhagavat talks about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life before sannyas or till sannyas. So we read all the passions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very wonderful, sweet passions of Mahaprabhu. We read this book, 3 pages.
Shlokas.
Shlokas, the translation, or Bengali, Shlokas, translation, and the purport to that given by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj. He gave commentary on the book.
Okay.
So we read 3 pages of that. 3 pages of that every day. And we are in right now in 2373 page. Something. We'll be doing that for very long. Every
How
3,
big is that book, Prabhuji?
almost 3,500, 3,400 pages. We've been doing 3,300 right now, and 3 pages a day. We're doing for how long? Very long time. So 3 pages every day, and 2 pages of Madhuri Kadambini. The book which you talked about, right? All different anathas talking about everything. So first chapter talks about how bhakti is independent, and all the other types of yoga are dependent on bhakti. And how does one get bhakti? That Bhagavan give bhakti, or by your punya karma you get bhakti. She analyzes everything and gives the reconciliation or gives the conclusion. How does one get bhakti? So all different things, this initial chapter. And then we'll go start talking about all the different things. Shraddha matlab kya? Sadhusanga matlab what does it include? Bhajan, what bhajan can include? Antivriti, all we just break down everything. Yeah, and give details so that we know where we are in this entire. So it's a very beautiful book. It's not very big book, it's a small book. Madhuri
Okay.
Kadambini. So we read this, and 15 minutes, the
Oh.
nice start of the day for the day.
Okay. 7:30 to 7:45.
45.
Okay.
And not everybody is. Sometimes when I'm on train, I just hear. I'm not able to speak.
Okay.
So you can just hear also, that's fine. If you read, you can read also.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vanchakapatrupishtha kapasindhu Parivaram Papanebhyo. Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Antum Peshwanda ki jai. Shri Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna,
Prabhu, I
it's a
am
wonderful
off for
day.
3 weeks, Prabhu, and
No
I will come
problem.
back by end of August, Prabhu.
I have wonderful yatra.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Prabhu. You record the classes, Prabhu. I'll try to listen while I'm away.
No problem. Yeah, please, no. Before you go to yatra, I know. Did you read about Jagannath Puri?
Not much, Prabhu. I have heard a lot of lectures about Jagannath Puri.
Read that, engross, dip
Okay.
in Jagannath Puri. Read all these pastimes.
Please
When
wait.
you go, when you go there, don't like, अच्छा ये क्या है? नहीं. Before you go there, your mind should reach there.
Sure, Prabhu. Definitely, Prabhu.
Please read, nicely read. On the way to flight, whatever it is, wherever it is before, read on Jagannath Puri. All different places you're going. Understand the mood. And just go there. Forget about these classes. When you go there, we're waiting to hear.
Yes, sure. Thank you, Prabhu. I will read and then I'll tell you what I experienced, Prabhu.
Yes, read, go there, and we are also telling Vivek also. After you come back, after your parents come back, we want to hear, and they all in Mayapur, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Also, we want to hear what the experience were, what they saw, whatever, and from you also. So you want to have 1 or 2 sessions, whatever. We can take Bhagavad Gita and hear from you all, and relish from your experiences of all the ways you went. So please click photos if possible. Make sure that there are no monkeys, but photos we can relish the places of Mahaprabhu's visit, wherever Mahaprabhu visited.
Yes, Prabhu. I'm
Click
looking
also.
forward for it. Like one of Raghavan's sannyasi friend, he's coming along with us for the
Sannyasi
Puri,
friend?
Prabhu.
Oh,
Prabhu?
that Papa,
From GEV.
Premanjan Prabhu?
Yes, Premanjan Prabhu. Yes.
Oh, wow, wonderful.
So yeah, we are looking forward for it, Prabhu. I'll update you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, forget about this. Just engross. Just dip yourself. Don't worry about all this. Just dip yourself in Puri and Mahaprabhu or GV also.
Okay.
Just relish. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Devati. Thank you, Prabhu.